while everybody is playing the demo version of The Adventures of Elliot, there's another demo for another game that kind of flew under the radar for a lot of people. And I swear to God, I haven't bought a game after playing the demo version of it this quickly in a long time.
This is the master of the Shinobi.
Hi there fellow Nintendo gamers, my name is VeggieVulture and today I want to do a quick video on the demo version of Shinobi, The Art of Vengeance, which is a game I instantly bought after finishing the demo, which took me about an hour and a half to finish. It's a Metroidvania game with great platforming, great music, a great art style. It feels super awesome to play. It actually has a storyline that's kind of cliche, but it made me care in some weird way. First, let me talk a little bit about what Shinobi actually is. Well, it's a Metroidvania 2D platformer game that almost makes you think you're playing a 2D Metroid game. It really feels really good, the platforming is really good, the action is really good, the fighting is really good, and the boss fights are amazing. Now, there's some puzzles in the demo, there's some platforming in the demo, but it just made me feel like I wanted more from this game, so I instantly bought it, and it will only set you back, I think it's about 30 euros, 30 US dollars, so it's really well worth the money, probably the final result. Now, there's a few little problems I have with the game, but other than that, it felt like absolute top tier 2D platforming. There's a lot of like platforming going on, but there's also, it has action RPG elements. You actually, every now and then, you stop by a shop, and with the money you've gained from defeating enemies, you basically can buy power-ups. Either you heal better, or you fight better, or you get these awesome, you do more damage, which is like a kind of passive ability, but you can also do like these combinations, which makes it like really a fighting game, like XXI, XIIX, like that kind of stuff, where you do like this slash and then another slash, and then you slash the guy into the air, and then you jump into the air and you smash him down to the ground, and then you put your sword in. It's like a ninja game. It is an incredibly fun ninja game. It's 2D and it has a great art style and great music, combined with a story that's cliche in a sense. Like there's this last ninja village who's basically the last stands of like the entire world, right? And the bad guys who are taking over the world want to defeat this one ninja village, and the bad guy wants to do that, and he kind of almost like murders everybody in the village, and yeah. You then go into an act of vengeance and you want to go and kill that guy, of course, and that is basically the story. But also, they make you care, because the game opens with your pregnant wife telling you she'll be fine. You go out, right? You go out and do your business. And then the village gets attacked, and it's not on screen that she dies. I don't know if she dies, but it's like really, it made me care in some weird way, and that's awesome for a game like this. Now, as you can probably guess, I played the game on my Nintendo Switch too, and I've seen some videos, I've seen some reviews of the game running on other systems, and on other systems it does look better. For the sole reason of this game, this version of the game is actually Nintendo Switch 1 version, meaning that it kind of like looks a little bit Nintendo Switch 1-y on your Nintendo Switch 2, but other than that, it runs really great. And I saw a review from 128KB, which is a really great YouTube channel, one of my favorite YouTube channels ever, and he said the game kind of stutters every now and then or something like that. I haven't noticed any of that. From me, on my television, I've played it docked. The game absolutely ran brilliantly. There were some aspects of it which were a little bit lower resolution maybe, but once you're playing the game, it is so action-packed, it is so fast, you just barely notice it, right? So the gameplay of the game is also really responsive. So it's more than 30 frames per second. I think it's 60 frames per second. I have no ways of measuring that, but the game feels fast, super responsive, and it kind of puts the emphasis more on more abilities, more powers, and you can get to choose more what you want to do in order to defeat enemies and overcome obstacles. For example, if you're playing Metroid, 2D Metroid, you have a power, and then a little bit later you get another power. But you need to use that power in order to progress into the world that is your map, your 2D map. With this game, it's more free. You get like these shops. Every now and then you come across a shop and you can spend your gold or whatever the coin is, and you can buy yourself a combo, or you can buy yourself better healing or more damage, and you kind of can choose how you do it. Also, you have like these shurikens, like the ninja star type of weapon. You can choose to like stay back a little bit, throw these ninja stars and focus more on that, or you can really choose to get in the face of enemies. Now, some enemies have really high melee damage, so it's not really smart to do that. There is these dodge actions. Once like a character wants to slash you, you can dodge and then you pass through them, you kind of roll through them, and then you end up behind them and you can slash them from behind. There is these moves like that catapult your enemies into the air and then you slash them to the ground again. It is high action. It isn't as quiet and as dreadful as, say, Metroid Dread, pun intended. It is more action-packed, it is faster, it is quicker, and it is damn hard. It is really, really hard. The demo already was super hard. It was so hard that my 38-year-old ass needed to tone down the difficulty of the game. In the settings, there's like four difficulty settings. There's like the standard Shinobi setting, then there's an easier setting, there's a really easy setting, and then there's just like a custom setting where you can set the damage of enemies, the damage you do, and that kind of stuff. Which is great that it has that, because I'm older and I just don't have the time to get really, really, really good at games. Yesterday, I had like 2 hours of free time, and I just wanted to play the demo, so I just put it on easy and ran through it. I died a couple of times. Like, even on easy, I died a couple of times. It is a beautifully styled game. Yeah, I cannot stop thinking about it, and I want it now. I want it now. Now, there's a few issues, well, actually it's worries that I have about this game. They're small, they didn't stop me from buying the game. I already bought the game, but first of all, it's a lot. Like, where a Metroid game, for example, eases you into every ability and then kind of teaches you every ability along the way. This 1 hour demo, I was buying these combinations left and right, and there was all kinds of new stuff, and you have these incredible power-ups. You can hold both shoulder buttons and then almost explode, and then you can cast fire, and you can do these ninjutsu style things and kill like 20 enemies at the same time, which is great. All of that feels super awesome, and it's like my 12-year-old self is just like, I'm a ninja, yeah! But it's also a lot to learn. It's a lot to take in, and every now and then I died just because I forgot I could do all of that stuff. So that's one concern I have about it. And then there is, after when you defeat the demo, you get like this edits of like stuff that's gonna happen in the full game, right? There are some elements of modern stuff going on. So you are a ninja, but there's also soldiers who shoot you with actual guns. There's helicopters in the game. There's that kind of stuff. So you have like this, and then there's like weird animals, like the shopkeeper is like this weird animal selling new stuff. So there is this all kinds of, it's a really weird setting for me. I'm new to Shinobi, by the way. I haven't played any Shinobi game previously, but for me it's a weird setting. There's like these ninjas. How are these ninjas going to defeat soldiers with tanks and rockets and all of that stuff? Well, we'll see in the main game. I will review the main game. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you want to see that. But that's kind of worry for me. I'm afraid that it's going to like take me out of the setting and be like, no, I wanted more feet in the grass, ninja with swords type of gameplay, and I want less rockets, less tanks, and less fighter jets. But these are just small concerns. I'm super excited to play the game. Please go to your Nintendo Switch eShop, download the freaking demo, and play it for yourself. And of course, like always, if you're interested in tips, tricks for your Nintendo Switch 2, and reviews for games for your Nintendo Switch or your Nintendo Switch 2, make sure to hit the subscribe button, hit the thumbs up, ask me anything in the comments, and until next video, bye-bye.